Okay, so I'm not husband. I stopped side nigga once my boyfriend came into play. So about 2 weeks later, I the boyfriend after fucking side nigga. I find out I'm pregnant in July. I'm like,
You don't know whose it is. You don't know whose it is. Somebody take her on Maury. Maury is still alive. Ain't that crazy? Triple TG gang. We back in this thing. You already know what it is. If you do not know who I am, my name is Diamond, and I run this channel called True to the Game. You already know why you came. Today, we're going to be reacting to Mr. O'Shea, Duke Jackson, super thick stripper. She a stripper, naked dancer, but she begging me to wipe her. Hey, super thick stripper. Let two dudes clap and made her husband watch. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Make sure if you are pimping out a simp, like this video, comment your thoughts below. Hit that subscribe button right next to it. You'll see a bell. Make sure you ring that bell. Select all notifications so you do not miss an upload where I am getting you closer to being a pimp and less of a simp. Let's get into it.
As the old saying goes, you are who you hang around, or who you allow to hang around you. And so many men look at ladies and see how beautiful they look in the vibe, because you know, vibe is everything. But unfortunately, if you hang out with them and they're not what you need them to be, and those red flags start coming, that's when you probably should start running.
O'Shea, he gave y'all a piece of game right there. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to O'Shea. Basically, in so many words, he said, you see her beauty, you like the vibe, but then them red flags start coming, and you should start running, but you stay right there. I've been there before. I'm not going to judge you for it. I've been in your exact same position, seeing the red flags, knowing it wasn't good for me, and still drinking the poison, still eating from that, what's the tree? Adam and Eve tree? What's the tree? I don't know. That fucking tree that I wasn't supposed to eat on. Right? Still ate from it. Disrespecting myself. Knowing that I shouldn't have let that shit slide. Alright? So yes, he's already given out game. Let's go back.
But unfortunately, if you hang out with them and they're not what you need them to be, and
that's another thing that he said. They're not what you need them to be. You need to be a certain way to fuck with me, right? I don't want to change you, but I need the bitches that's on my roster, on my team. I need them to meet certain standards that I want out of the situation. I need you to meet certain things that I want out of the situation. And if you don't meet that criteria, it's fine. There'll be somebody else. There'll be another woman who will meet that criteria. But this is just what it is. That's what I need from the situation in order for you to fuck with me, right? A lot of niggas don't even have that standard. They're just, hey, if you a bad bitch, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you a bad bitch and you ruin my life, yeah. If you a bad bitch and you disrespect me, spit in my face, yeah. If you a bad bitch, you cheat on me, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to be a bad bitch. That's the only standard, and that's not a standard. Just because she look like a 10 does not make her a 10. Right? So you gotta be what I need you to be. And you can't come with red flags. You can't come with red flags fucking with me. Point blank period. It's not going to be advantageous for you to come with any red flags. Because this situation, this interaction is going to be very short-lived. You got to be a strong person to be able to look beyond the looks. A lot of niggas are not looking beyond her looks. And wonder why they end up in fucked up situations with these bitches, man.
Those red flags start coming, that's when you probably should start running.
Facts.
So many men stay and you believe that I'm a man. All I gotta do is give her this D. What does that sounds? I can change it. Yeah, that's what you think. But you know what I found out in my old ass life? You can't change what don't want to be changed. And there's a story I want to share.
And you know what? It's so funny because the disrespectful bitch to one nigga might be the most respectful with me. So I don't care what you did with your ex, nigga. You're not doing that with me. And so since I have that standard for the women that I deal with, they know. Even if I was a disrespectful bitch to that nigga, I can't do that with Diamond. So I got one or two choices. I either get my shit together and move the way she want me to move, or I fucking just go ahead and fuck with a weak ass nigga, because it ain't gonna be her. And that's what you want. That's the best situation to be in with a woman. Those two options. Trust me. You would rather not deal with a bitch who has red flags. You rather not deal with a bitch who you gotta infringe on your own standards for. You do not want to do that. It's not gonna work out in your benefit.
Share with you guys today. There's a TikTok page called Queens of Toxic, and you have all these ladies that come on and talk about the horrible things they've done to their ex-husbands or boyfriends.
I'm gonna just say this: it's all the boyfriend's fault, because all of them are allowing what was done to them. Point blank, period. Am I saying it's right what the ladies is doing? No. But look, if you stick around for that shit and you allow that shit and tolerate that shit, you deserve that shit.
Some of them like pour even acid on people. Some of them gunshots have even done that. And yes, they admitted on this particular live stream. But this ex-stripper story here is going to shock you. You have never heard anything like this, and Hollywood screenwriters couldn't make this up. But hey, let's get into the reaction and check it out.
I was trying to make it work. I knew I didn't want to make it work with him, but I'm still fucking my ex because it's like the best dick ever. So life was good. Then my high school sweetheart came back into town from the military, and he's like, I'm here, I'm back for you, let's be together. And I'm like, okay. So I started going on dates with him, and my ex-husband's like, who is this that you're going with? I'm like, oh, this is my high school sweetheart. This was the love of my life. So he went on the dates. So it was me, my husband, and then, so I guess I'll call him my boyfriend. The high school
Wait a minute. She's already married, her ex-boyfriend and her high school sweetheart. The husband lets her go on a date with all of them. Let's continue.
So let me just say this. If the husband is okay with it, like genuinely okay with that, then it's cool. But if he's not okay with that, if he's even 1% not okay with that, he's a bitch ass nigga for allowing that shit to happen and not walking the fuck away. I don't care if she's a wife. I don't care if y'all took vows. I'm vowing my ass out of this situation. Point blank, period. But like I said, niggas just cannot walk away.
With my boyfriend. So the three of us, we all out. They playing games together and shit. And I'm just sitting here like, life is good.
Big pimpin', spinning cheese, we be.
Wait a minute. They all playing games together?
So then I had told, the boyfriend that I was, so the first dude I was after my husband, he would be the side nigga, the good. So I had a boyfriend, husband, side nigga. And they all knew about each other, and I kept it real with them. I kept it real with all of them. I didn't lie to none of them. So they all knew what was up. Okay, so I'm not husband. I stopped side nigga once my boyfriend came into play. So about 2 weeks later, I was the boyfriend after fucking side nigga. I find out I'm pregnant in July. I'm like...
You don't know whose it is. You don't know whose it is. Somebody take her on Maury. Maury is still alive. Ain't that crazy?
My videographer in the back, he can't even believe this shit. So the husband, the guy who you married, you stopped sleeping with your husband. Now he's just his fault. He all going along with it. But you know what? This happened a lot, man. You guys ever?
Yeah, I'll say this. I highly doubt that the husband is okay with the situation. But he's just putting up with it because he feels like he has to. And that's the worst situation to be in. When a woman knows that you won't walk away, she's just going to do anything. She's going to wreak havoc in your life. Because she sees that you don't even respect yourself, so you don't deserve any respect from her.
Ever heard of sexless marriages, sex relationships? Yeah, they not screwing you, but
they screwing somebody.
Somebody is clapping their cheeks because I had some situations like that I was familiar with, and they'll tell the guy like, oh, something's wrong with me. It's just me. You know what? All they gotta do is go to the next dude. They screwing the first night, but let's continue.
No idea who's who. I was outside. Hey, what do you want to do? So. I tell my husband, I'm like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh, well, let's work on our relationship. Just cut them niggas off and we'll take care of it. I'll claim the baby.
Wait a minute. The wife said I'm pregnant. You ain't been getting it.
And you don't even know if the baby is yours or not. Talking about just cut the niggas off and I'll claim it. Because it's probably not your baby.
Has some good booty, man. I'm going to be real. Because you know what? When you're dealing with a chick.
There's not a booty good enough. There's not pussy good enough to go through all of that. I'm sorry, fellas.
She cut you off. You still thinking about, man, when I get back in it, though, because you remember how good it used to be. So she must got some fire stuff, because he like, look, I'll take care of it. Cut them other dudes off.
The thing is, these niggas just be weak. And they stand for nothing.
Oh, let's continue.
Because I had already told my husband I would never have kids with him because he was funny looking.
She told her husband she would never have kids with him because he's funny looking.
The disrespect is crazy. The disrespect is really crazy, and we could tell, with not even meeting the husband, that the husband is a weak ass nigga.
And that jigga stayed. Oh my God!
And most of the kids in his family is slow.
Oh, wait. He said the most of the kids in his family is slow. Yeah, definitely. He's slow too, dealing with your ass. I would have been put your ass out.
That's a fact.
Oh, I wish it was me, Jesus. I wish it was me. You the kind of lady I wish I could just marry just for 1 week. I promise you. Oh, you will learn today. Ooh, I hope God bring me and you together just for 1 week.
I don't lie. It's no reason to lie. And I did take a plan B. However, it doesn't work. It only works 1 time per cycle. So that's how I got knocked. And then I tell the boyfriend, like, I'm pregnant. He's like, that's cool. Let's move out of state. Let's move to Georgia. We'll raise the baby. I'm like, okay. I tell the side niggas, like, I'm pregnant. I'm not really sure who's who, what's what. And he's like, it's cool. You can move here with me in my parents' basement. Because yes, he lived with his parents, which is why we can never...
Okay. The husband is providing for you. You married him. See, a lot of y'all get married and the woman don't love you. But she thinks
That's a fact. See, the woman is, 9 times out of 10, the woman is going to want to marry the man who is stable and is a safe option. She's not going to be sexually attracted to that man. But she's going to want someone who has a solid foundation, who is secure financially, and who can provide for her and possibly her kids. But best believe she's gonna be fucking around on that man, because once again I said she is not sexually attracted to that man. So it's sad, but it's true.
it's funny looking, right? She's having unprotected sex with the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, and the side dude. The side dude is living with his parents in the basement. I always tell you, most dudes be overpaying. Y'all get mad when I say that. You will overpay for a lady that you really care about. She don't respect you. Then when you find out who she dealing with, it's a dude that's doing less than you. And he's getting the same booty clapping sales, the same access that your ass is
getting more access, actually.
Getting more at a discounted rate simply because she attracted to him. If I was an ex-husband, I'd have been like, Bia, go be with him. But that ain't what y'all do. Let's go.
We can never be together, but the dick was good. His daddy knew it was up. His mama knew it was up. I tell all three of them, they all happy and they all got different plans on raising a baby and I'm just sitting here like, yo, like I was really just trying to.
I mean, you might as well all just take turns at this time.
You know, if each of y'all can give me $500 to get rid of this thing, that would be great.
If each of those dudes can give $500 for her to get an abortion, even the husband who ain't even getting the poo nanny, if he would give it, that'd be great. She probably not even gonna have an abortion anyway. But if she had the abortion, she would just keep the other $1,000 and go use that money to buy some weaves and sandals for the next dude that she gonna cheat on y'all with. Let's continue.
That's not really what I'm wanting.
This guy think it's funny, huh? I hope she get with his ass.
So fast forward, my karma hit me. At this time, I was dancing. So nigga comes, I'm in there dancing, you know, on the stage or whatever. It's back when I was thick as fuck, body just banging. So I'm in there dancing, you know, stripping and shit. I bend over. This fucking white man comes and whispers in my ear, and he was like, "You're bleeding." Uh-oh. And I was like, no. And it's a full house in that motherfucker. I had a whole period. Well, I guess didn't have a period. I had a whole miscarriage on stage in the strip club. And I was like, no. And it's a full house in that motherfucker. I had a whole period. Well, I guess didn't have a period. I had a whole miscarriage on stage in the strip club. And I'm like, so.
This dude stood up. Did he stand up and walk out the screen? This chick was a stripper. See, y'all be out there, them IG models and them strippers. And them they be thick. They booty be jiggling. That's why you should never, because those ones can really do good in the bedroom. They really good at all of that, okay? And that's how your judgment get clouded. Now she done had a whole miscarriage on the stripping pole.
That's why I say, man, if you have a game, it doesn't matter how good the pussy is. It doesn't matter how tight the walls is. It doesn't matter if that's your perfect 10 or whatever the case is, right? You can always walk away from a bitch. You always know that there's another bitch who will do exactly what you want them to do. You don't settle. The minute you settle and you infringe on your own boundaries and you infringe on your own standards for what you want with that woman is the minute that you lose the game. She wins. She starts leading the relationship or the situation. You never want that to happen. You never want to put yourself in that predicament. Trust me. Once again, I'm speaking from experience. I'm trying to warn y'all and let y'all know that this is not the way to go.
Strip club. Just imagine what that looked like. Terrible. Let's continue.
I call my boyfriend and I'm like, yo, I'm having a miscarriage. He picks me up. He crying and shit. We in the hospital. This nigga.
He crying?
Oh my God, bro. It gets worse.
He crying?
It's like every time you think that the story cannot get any worse, it gets that much more worse.
This is a 3-0.
We in the hospital. This nigga panicking. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, damn, I could have really had $1,000 if this baby could have waited a couple of more days. I would have had the extra funds, but here it goes. Now I'm broke.
Oh my God. Look at what I told you.
This nigga was doing, this girl was doing too much on that pole, man. She fucked around and had a miscarriage, bro. She must have really been busting that thing down.
I just guessed that. $500 for the abortion, should have had another $1,000 she broke. All of them probably broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they be getting over.
And had the miscarriage. So I'm like, okay. So I tell him. Then my husband gets to crying. Then the side nigga is just like,
what the husband crying for? He didn't even get no ass.
The husband is just a lame ass weak ass
I
nigga.
wish my wife would get pregnant by somebody else and I start crying. You know what kind of tears that be? Tears of joy. Out. I will put your ass out. Out. I ain't gotta go visit your family no more. I ain't gotta out. I will send you so far away. Out. Oh, thank you, God. I can get back in these streets. You crying because she lost a miscarriage for somebody she ain't even giving you no ass?
like, damn, this would have been the first pregnancy, blah blah blah. You have no idea. This was my only whole summer I ever had. I swear to God, this is real, right hand of God. I lose the babies, they all panicking and shit. And so I'm telling my ex-husband, I'm like, well, my boyfriend here.
Look at this nigga face. He is just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
I'm about to go be with him. Like, I don't want this no more. Like, I'm really ready for this divorce. I've already told you months ago.
So as she said, she don't want to do no more. The husband, he didn't come to his own.
Since you didn't walk away, and that's what happened 9 times out of 10, y'all. When a woman disrespects you and infringes on your standards and your boundaries, if you have any, you probably ain't got none, which gets you to a situation like this. But once she sees she can get away with so much disrespect and you don't leave, she ends up being the one leaving, and then you be so like distraught and depressed. Because you feel like, damn, she just got me, bruh. After all of this shit that she put me through, and I could have walked away, but I stuck it out. Now she left me. It's a tough situation.
She should have been left her immature ass, okay? This girl's going to have a terrible life.
So I guess him and the boyfriend were talking because they be playing the game. The boyfriend still comes over. Like, that's why I could be my ex-husband, because you're allowing this bullshit to happen right in front of you. I can't. So they get to talking.
You hear what you said? You're my ex-husband. You're allowing this bullshit to go on in front of you. You ain't even standing up for yourself. It would have been more sexy if you would have been like, get your shit and get out. She would have respected that. Oh, I can't do that. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You disrespect me, I'm taking care of you. Get all of your stuff now, or I'm getting out. Out. Don't you never let no woman disrespect you like that. I'm taking care of you. You get your shit and get out now. That would have been like, oh, okay, you got a backbone. But here you are doing anything to be with her. She don't. And it just makes you less attractive, man. She's over here screwing a dude with no condom that live with his mama in the basement. You the husband, bro. She can't even respect you no more.
I come downstairs for my shower or whatever, and I'm like, what's up? This is weird what y'all got going on. He's like, well, we were talking, and since you want to move to Georgia, I figured that I'll come. Once I finish my schooling here in a couple of months, I can come out there, and then you can just have the both of us. I swear to God, this happened. And I'm like, I can have both of y'all niggas? He was like, yeah. I said, and my side nigga? And they were like, no, you have to cut him off. So they was basically like, it's either him or us. And I was just like, I cannot make this up. I can't make this
over here making deals with the bitch and shit.
Yeah, my husband was slow. So I didn't end up I ended up saying the side nigga, even though he had the best Because the more I would go over there, he would be like, "Ooh, I'm going to be a YouTuber and I'm going to be a gamer." And I'm just like, nigga, you're 25. Like, what are we talking about?
So she wanted to be with the side dude, but he was a loser. But she really wanted him to mess.
What we're gonna do? So I cut him off, I cut the husband off, and then I ended up with the boyfriend, and we ended up getting married. So before it was time for me to leave,
so she ended up getting married to the ex-boyfriend and leaving the husband.
the ex-husband got upset. He called my daughter's dad and told my daughter where I was because I have protective orders over on him. So he called and told him what school she went to because he knew what he would do. So before I left for Georgia, hypothetically, possibly this happened. It's a possibility that I waited till he paid his car off. So the last time he paid his car note, he had paid his car off. Somehow I went over there and then there was possibly bleach in his tank. And then the car was totaled out and the insurance wouldn't cover it. He called my parents.
Oh my God, the level of disrespect. And this is what you set yourself up for, man. You want slash tires, have no game. You want broken windows, bricks through your windows and shit, have no game. You want bleach in your gas tank, have no game. All right? This is what you get when you have no game. And people always think, oh, she crazy over me. She crazy about me. No, you have no game. Because if you had game, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you are in. Right? Point blank, period. Now, I will say, if you try to leave a bitch alone and you have game, sometimes it might get a little crazy. I would say that. But most of the time, these niggas here be tolerating disrespect from these bitches. And the disrespect just escalates and escalates and escalates. You know? Or these niggas be cheating. Thinking that that's P and player. That shit's not P, it's not player. Talking to other bitches and you're not being open and honest with the bitch. Not being transparent with the bitch. Not being genuine. And you end up getting your shit slashed. That's your fucking fault. Because you had no game. A nigga with game is going to tell you straight up what it is. So a nigga with game is rarely going to experience them type of situations. Because he's going to be upfront and honest. Because he could give a fuck whether you leave or stay. Doesn't make him any difference. As long as you're doing what he wants you to do, you'll be around. Point blank, period.
And he was like, something's going on with my car. I called my dad, like, can you help me? And he was just like, it's probably your starter because my parents don't know. And yeah, so that was my bald head hole. And that's the only time I ever allegedly damaged somebody's property. So yeah, had a whole baby with 3 niggas.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, she did.
So either she already had a kid. Seems like she had a kid before they got together. So she totaled your car out, you paid off.
Yeah.
That's what your ass get.
That's what you get. Moral of the story is that's what you get. When you're a bitch ass, weak ass nigga with no game, that's what you get. That's what you get. Hashtag that's what you get in the comments, man. You gotta know that even though these women do some destructive things, you gotta wonder why the man allowed himself to be in this situation in the first place. We've got to hold ourselves accountable. We've got to say, you know what? I was a bitch ass, weak ass nigga. I should have left a long time ago. I seen that she was a walking red flag, but that red flag just looked so tasty and so juicy, and I just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold yourself accountable, bro. There's always red flags. A bitch don't do no crazy shit like this overnight. You train the bitch to be the way that she is. You know you should have walked away from the bitch 9 months ago. Now you having a baby by the bitch who's fucking, you know, disrespecting you. Not even sexually attracted to you. Using you for your funds and a roof over her head. And for child support for her damn babies. So you don't want a woman to have her way with you. You want to have your way with women. And the only way to do that is to have love for yourself, respect yourself, have boundaries and standards for yourself in the situations that you have with women. That's the only way that you're going to win. Any other way, you're going to lose. Hey man, if you want my help directly, shoot me a DM at the Diamond Life 888 and book a one-on-one session with me. You have no bitches, you want one. You got one bitch, you want two. You got two bitches, you want a ton. Let me know if you have any issues that you want me to help you through. Any specific situations that you need advice on. All right, book a one-on-one session with me at the Diamond Life 888. We're going to get you right. Other than that, like this video if you're a pimp and not a simp. Comment your thoughts below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell right next to it and select all notifications So you do not miss an upload where I'm getting you closer to being a pimp and less of a simp. I will see you in the next one, man. I'm out this thing. Stay true to the game.